Welcome back. Welcome back to Open Your Eyes. This next conversation is all about the University of Belize transforming tertiary education over the last 25 years. Joining us to have this conversation is none other than President of UB, Dr. Vincent Palacio. Good morning, Doc.
Good morning.
And accompanying him is the Dean at the University of Belize School of Medicine, Dr. Lisa Johnson.
Good morning.
Good morning. UB is 25 years old.
Already.
And of course, there's just a lot that has been done over the past 25 years. Let's start about the foundation and and where we are now.
Yeah, we're very, very proud to be celebrating this Silver Jubilee, is what we're referring to it. You know, it was very visionary 25 years ago when these 5 institutions came together. You know, the University College of Belize, the Belize Teachers Training College, the Belize Technical College, the Belize College of Agriculture, and I'm missing one.
Nursing School.
The Belize Nursing School, the Bliss Nursing School. So they came together to establish this university. We had a little over 2,000 students then. And we've grown to over 5,000 students now. So again, the university has grown over this 25 years. Even the program offerings, you know, at one time you had about 30 programs you could choose from. Now we have over 55 programs one can choose from. Now you could come in with a high school diploma and leave with a master's degree right here in Belize. And who was to tell that you could now leave with a medicine degree, be a doctor of medicine, an MD?
Wow.
So again, we've come a long way.
I think that the 25 years, it's a long time, but it's also a short time too. With all of these accomplishments that you've listed out so far, I think that from the start of 2000 to now 2025, UB has endured quite a lot. You've overcome a pandemic.
We have.
You've been able to keep your students and your faculty afloat throughout certain hardships, and you've transformed into other spaces that I think now the global society is requiring from its students. Talk about how you all have prepared your students to live in this modern world.
We've done quite a bit. We have pushed a lot of research because, you know, in development there's research and development. We have to look at what we have, how we could improve it, and then teach it, and have our students be involved in research as well. So again, we reinstituted the research office. So we have a research office with a research director. We now have our research, our journal of Belizean Studies, Belizean Affairs, Belizean Research. So now researchers can get a small grant from the university, do a research, publish it in our own journal. All right, so we push a lot of research. So our students now have a mind of investigation, which is what a university should be.
Yes.
So we've pushed quite a bit on that.
I want to get Dr. Johnson in on the conversation because you mentioned that before UB you had a nursing school, really, and now you are the Dean of UB School of Medicine. Let's talk about how that evolution came to be to now the UB School of Medicine.
Well, Belize has a very long history in nursing education, over 100 years.
Wow.
Many people don't realize that. The School of Nursing really got underway in the 50s when it was formalized and given its own building thanks to the Bliss Trust. And the education of nurses in Belize has continually progressed over the last 50 to 60 years to the point that at the time when the University of Belize was created, the nursing school and all that it can do was then transported into the University of Belize. And so now we have an institution that has a very long history of training in the clinical space. So there was a lot of background knowledge. Before I became the Dean of the University of Belize School of Medicine, I was the Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences, which encompasses nursing, pharmacy, med lab, and social work. And so we took the history of all of that, what has been learned, and married it to the international standards that are required to do medical education properly. So I would say that we have a very good foundation on which to build on, and to continue building, and to continue developing in healthcare education. And UB in essence houses that history and that story, and it should, and that's a remarkable thing. There are not many countries that have the opportunity to give its people access to historically relevant programs.
Yeah. I wonder how, I mean, I think that students can appreciate that they now have all of these different options.
Yeah.
And when they enter a university, they're able to not just, sit and get courses done, but they can do research. They can develop themselves in different areas, what the world needs at this time. What has the feedback been from students that attend the University of Belize? Your graduates?
Yes, of course. We have gotten a diverse scheme of feedback, but mostly positive. Mostly positive. We still have small classrooms. We have a class with 35 students, and people always prefer that. People like the smaller environment. Our faculty members, we ask them to be accessible to the students. So students can walk the halls and meet with their advisor. Students can meet with the faculty member. That's very important. And a lot of the programs, they would have different types of partnerships with the senior standing students and the freshmen or the starting students. So again, students feel at home when they are at the University of Belize. Both of my sons went to UB, and their experience there has been second to none. So again, I know and I see, and I try to push for us to be a student-focused, student-centered university.
How does the University of Belize remain competitive in a landscape where you have other tertiary institutions in Belize, like Galen, for instance, and now you have St. John's College offering master's programs and what have you? How do you remain competitive in that environment?
Well, I still tell people that we have at the University of Belize, our faculty are most qualified. We have the most PhDs teaching in our different programs. We have even the science faculty has the best lab, not only as an education institution. In the region, we have a lab that I'm very proud of. It's a Hummingbird Analytical Lab. And this lab does analysis of lead, of different mercury, of different heavy metals, etc., in soils, in water. So we have equipment in that lab that is only present here at the University of Belize in Central America. Wow. So again, we are big on our research, our lab facilities. So again, that puts us an edge over the other institutions. But what we do, we have our own culture. We have a lot invested in student affairs. If you were to go on our main campus in Belmopan, we have a student development center where an air-conditioned space where students could hang out. Students could meet with their friends. There's a cafeteria in there, and so we have students feel at home. So when they come, this is the Jaguar, the black Jaguar home, and we're proud of that. And lastly, before maybe Dean Johns could step in, we invest a lot in our sports program. We have one of the very comprehensive sports program in the country, and it's bearing fruit. We won all of the ATMIB gold medals last academic year, except one. We got a second place in the male volleyball tournament. So again, and you know, sports in universities is a big deal. So our students come out in their Black Jaguars paraphernalia, their T-shirts, and root for the Jaguars. And we have the different cultures. So the drums will come as well to the games, and it becomes a big deal.
Yeah.
So again, students want to feel a part of, and that is what we try to provide at the National University.
You all have completed 25 years August 1st.
Yes.
It's 25 years, but you've been celebrating the entire month of August. Talk about some of the activities or some of the campaigns that you've been able to, educate our viewers and the wider Belizean populace on UB completing 25 years.
25 years. We started on Saturday night, actually. We had a Jubilee cocktail where we invited our stakeholders, our senior officers, and we showed appreciation to these persons from the university. And then last night we had an ecumenical prayer service in Belmopan at the Our Lady of Guadalupe Co-Cathedral, where we had over 5 different denominations came together to thank God for what we've accomplished so far. That is important to me, and I think it plays a role in what we've accomplished so far. And this week, we're starting this morning show, and then we have a day full of activities in Belmopan. We'll be showing appreciation and awarding our long-standing employees. We will launch a magazine. There's a commemorative magazine for 25 years of existence. We will also launch a power lab in Belmopan. Our engineering program will put together a lab with software over, I'm told, $3 million worth of software that our students will be able to have access to in their engineering program called the Power Lab. And we also have a President's Walk on the main building, the admin building. We have pictures of all past presidents, and I happen to be number 7, so I'll be the 7th picture up on that wall, and of course the years that they serve. Again, trying to build culture, tradition at the university.
Dr. Johnson, what has your experience been like going through UB to become the Dean of the School of Medicine, in terms of your interactions with students, in terms of seeing them become doctors and what have you?
Well, we haven't quite gotten to that point yet. When I came in January 2020, just prior to the shutdown, I came in as Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences, and spent the better part of 4 years, if not nearly 5, before we transitioned to the opening of the School of Medicine. We are aiming, our first class will finish in 2029. But as it relates to how we look at students, I have fond memories of being at technical sixth form. I have fond memories of the university that I went to. And I also recognize how much of who I am today was shaped by those experiences. And so I want that for the students of the University of Belize. We want to have faculty who are interested in their students, who push their students. In particular, we're a small country. We have to identify what people like to do, what they want to do, and help them to do it to the best possible degree. I think that is the overall aim of education in any space. Education is not supposed to close doors. It's not supposed to limit you. It's not supposed to trap you. It is supposed to open doors. And certainly that's what we do at the School of Medicine. I think it's what's being done across the university. Opportunity and opening doors and giving persons who attend the University of Belize the opportunity to learn something new, to do something new, to go out there and make their mark. And their mark, education is not a tribal thing. It's something that's supposed to prepare you for the world.
Yeah.
And certainly when we look at our sciences and what our people are doing in the sciences, what they're doing in IT, it's brought the modern world right into the classroom, the development of the streaming classroom that the university has undertaken over the past 2 years. We are fully aware of what people have to meet out there. There are standards, we have to get them there, and that's our job.
I find that often, and I'm a big fan of tertiary academia, but I find that in Belize we have we're still yet to look at the workforce for specialized degrees. And one of the things that I applaud the University of Belize for is that when your graduates come out, they continue on and they excel. We have people in Oxford with a UB degree. We have people in Taiwan with a, they're all over the world excelling. But how do we then bring them home and keep them here?
It's almost like she was reading our email.
I know.
No, the reason why, because we have a young man who is currently doing postdoctoral work in immunology and research, who started with a biology degree at the University of Belize, won a Taiwan scholarship, went there, did his master's degree, his PhD, and is now doing postdoctoral work. And when he heard that the School of Medicine had started up, he literally phoned in and said, I want to come home. And I have a plan on how to come home. And we at the school were blown away, because it wasn't just someone who saying, I'm wanting to come home and then tell us to figure out how to get him home. He came with his multi-page proposal on how we're going to do it. And this is the type of thing that a university is supposed to be involved in. It's supposed to be a part of, and it's a national university that I think we need to understand that when something bears our country's name, then each and every Belizean is responsible to help, to put in, to contribute, to, when they think that we're on the wrong track, say we're on the wrong track, constructively, but we're the national institution, and that has to mean something. It not only means our performance, but it also means that everyone has a stake in it. It's not just there for a certain set of people. It is literally present for every single citizen. And so that means the responsibility that the university carries is greater, but it also means that our population also should see it as a point of interest, a point of trying to give back, the point of developing everybody's children. It's not one particular person that is benefiting from anything that the university does. It is multiple families from all over the country. And then we put back out people to say, fly.
Yeah.
So it's important work.
It is important work, and I feel like 25 years, like I said, there's a lot that was done within that short time, but what are your expectations or your hopes for the next 25 years to come?
Well, to continue to grow, continue to be relevant. We operate on a strategic plan, right? The University of Belize, and this plan is called RISE 2027. And the RISE is an acronym for some of the key pillars that we stand for. We have to be responsive, we have to be innovative, we have to be sustainable, and we have to practice excellence in all that we do.
Yeah.
So again, to continue under these pillars, we cannot go wrong in meeting what is expected of us at the university. One of my first initiative coming into UB was to bring down the walls of the university. Let any and everybody come on to the university. And all of our faculty and staff, they too must go out of the walls of the university to reach the community. So you'll find that we're present in almost everything, in everywhere. And that is what we need to do. That is where we'll be most effective. One of my big challenge, and I'll launch this program today, is save our young men. At the University of Belize, as any other university in the world and tertiary level institutions in Belize, we have a shortage of men at tertiary level.
Yeah.
At UB, last graduation, 76% of our graduates were female, which we celebrate, we're very proud of, we're very happy for. But what is happening to the men when they're almost half at birth? So again, what we will do, we will not sit by and have this happen. We will go out and see how we could recruit more men into the university. And once we have them in the university, we will provide support to keep them in the university through various initiatives, not just sports. So again, saving our young men is an initiative that the University of Belize will push this next coming year.
I am looking forward to seeing more of the activities. You were talking about some of the activities that you're doing to celebrate. What about the students? How are they celebrating 25 years?
The students are involved in
all of these activities.
All of these activities. Okay. We try to keep them involved. Last night they were present at the ecumenical service. This week on Tuesday we go to Central Farm where we'll plant 25 trees. And some students will plant that with us. We will name their student center there. So we try, everything we do is about the students. And I let everybody know that at every step.
Yeah. Well, Doctor, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Congratulations for celebrating 25 years at the University of Belize. Of course, the new semester has just begun, so we're good luck on another fruitful semester this year.
Thank you.
And of course, before we wrap into our break, we want to leave you all with the motivational moment of today. And the quote is as follows: "Only those who attempt the absurd will achieve the impossible." Only those who attempt the absurd will achieve the impossible. And that is by Miguel de Unamuno.
Unamuno. All right.
Yeah. And I happen to agree with this quote. I'm not sure about you, but
when I decided to apply for the surgery program at the University of the West Indies with no other woman having completed the general surgery program, that was considered absurd at the time.
I know. I think
here you are now.
And here you are now.
Yeah.
I think when I told my parents that I wanted to do osteoarchaeology, they were like, okay, dead people. Wonderful, absurd, and the greatest ways possible. Thank you all so much.
Just quickly to add.
Sure.
On Tuesday we go to Central Farm, like I said. On Wednesday we will celebrate here in Belize City.
Okay.
We have campuses here.
Yes.
So we'll give awards and recognition to faculty and staff here. And on Thursday we go to Punta Gorda. We have a campus down there where we will launch the Stanley Nicholas Hall. Stanley Nicholas was the first campus administrator there and served for a long time.
Wow.
So again, we're moving across the country to our campuses to show what we're doing and to let the country know the university is here and we're doing great things.
25 years of
25
wonderful
years.
excellence and 25 years more to come.
Definitely.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
All right, we move into another break, and when we return, it is all about 140 years of Angelus Press supporting education in Belize.